YouTube. So Can-Am XMR 570 2019. We put a Terra 35 on this bad boy. From what I heard, it's a pretty great winch. Plug and play, like they say, is not plug and play. So a couple of things, and I'll get to where we mounted the solenoid here in a second, but wiring to the ignition. All this whole side had to come off of both sides. Actually, the whole bike pretty much had to get stripped out, but wiring to the ignition, you have to unscrew the nut on top here. You have to pull, unconnect this bad boy and plug it in. So there's a series of few wires in there. The hot wire is going to be, there's two orange wires side by side. It's going to be on the far left, at least it is on my bike, unless yours is backwards. There's a lighter orange, but that's not it. It's a darker orange. There's two of them. It's the one on the outside. So that's your hot wire you want to wire your winch to, so it's working when, you know, when the power's on. Second big obstacle, Can-Am had stuff that suggested the solenoid gets mounted up under here. There's nowhere to mount a solenoid in there unless you make a custom bracket or something like that. But we ended up making a custom bracket anyways and put it right up under the snorkel right here. So that's where your solenoid's going to go. You just run your wires straight back down through, zip tied them around the inside, going down to the winch. Same thing on the sides. We zip tied all the way around. Right up underneath your fender well here is where we put the circuit breaker. I don't know if you can really see it. It's kind of hard to see right there, but that's where I put the circuit breaker. Basically, we put it all together. I fished the wire through to here and just kind of pulled it. I removed the factory zip tie there, put a new zip tie on there, and just zip tied the circuit breaker into the spot. But if you don't know what you're doing, take it to a dealer. This was a good 6-hour job, getting all these snaps, pulling everything off. Both sides of the bike had to come off. Everything came off. Snorkel, the radiator didn't have to come off, but you know, the top snorkel had to come off so you can get to the wiring back there. All this had to come off. But again, if you're doing a Terra winch 35 Can-Am 2019, a little bit different than the other YouTube videos online. We had to kind of play it by ear, but there it is.